What's up? What's up? You know, it's Mita James gracing your channel today on this wonderful, beautiful day. Hopefully, you had a wonderful day and life gave you love as to which you gave unto it. So, today's topic is going to be about stop waiting for permission to change your life. Oh, this resonates with me so much, so much, so much. I mean, my life is changing right in front of me. I'm 2 weeks out from my birthday. I've been thinking about a lot of things. My body's changing. The way I think about things is changing. Sometimes I feel like I'm going through somewhat of a midlife crisis, but I had to reel myself back in and say, okay, it's okay to reinvent yourself. You actually can reinvent yourself multiple times because you should ideally be growing in life, which hopefully, we all can agree on, right? I'm growing, you growing, we all growing, right? But you have to be careful. And the reason why you have to be careful is it will be some people in your circle, it'll be around you that you call yourself loving, liking, wanting to be around, and that you know of, or you may have known for quite a long time. This could be family, friends, associates, confidants, intimate partners, whatever the case may be. Friend girls, boyfriends, whatever you want to call them, okay? So you got to remember when you're growing and elevating and you're reinventing yourself and you're trying to kind of fit into this new identity that you created, there's going to be some people that don't like it. Okay? You're not going to be able to please everyone. You're not going to be able to please the masses. So the first person you have to please is yourself, and then make sure that you're pleasing God, of course, and you're in line with God and where He's taking you and what He has planned for your life, because that's most important, right? But you also got to know that you don't need anyone's approval. You don't need anyone's approval to change your life. For me, I was once fat, now I'm skinny. I wouldn't say skinny, I guess thick skinny, but I still got a few curves, right? But definitely 85 pounds down. I look different. I'm a different person. I had to come into terms with who this person is, and I'm still trying to learn who she is and what she wants and what she desires, who she wants to be with, and how she behaves, and like what does she want out of life. And sometimes that takes time, right? Because it's hard for you to go out into the world and have certain expectations and require certain things, and you don't even really know what you want. You're trying to get a certain feeling, you're going after a certain feeling, a certain amount of money, a certain level of success, and then once you reach these different places, you're like, well, what's next for me? I think the one biggest mistake that people can make is that they wait on the approval of other people, right? And you got to remember, if you're looking for the approval of other people, the ones that benefit from you being your old self, they're not going to want to be around the new you. They're not going to be as accepting of the new you because you may enhance your standards. You may have higher expectations. But whatever they were benefiting off of when it came to you, they no longer have that same benefit. So they could become angry, frustrated, mad. And some of these people you barely have to even know. It doesn't have to be the people you spent the most time with. Sometimes it's people you just know in passing, or that you associated with, or that benefited from you not having the self-esteem that you needed, not affirming yourself enough, not having the confidence enough. And so what do? They try to tear all of those things down. Like, their whole objective is to try to tear down your confidence, tear down your ambition, how empowered you are, how motivated you are, the momentum you created. But you can't let them take what God gave you, because if they didn't give it, there's no way we should give them space to take it from us. And so what do? You have to find new spaces, new friends, people who are aligned with the new you, because they must help you, right? They can help you support your development, but most importantly, what must happen is it for it to be a mutually beneficial relationships. I think people always talk about how this person is a leech or this person trying to get something from them, But what you're trying to find out is if the relationship is mutually beneficial. That means whatever you give me doesn't mean I have to give it back the same thing to you. You may get something different from me. You may get inspiration, knowledge, wisdom, information, or what have you. It could be for a season, it could be for a long period of time, but you'll know those folks that align with the new you. The people that align with the new me are people who are aligned with my goals, my aspirations. When I tell them my thoughts, they say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see that." The people who are not aligned with me, they're like, "Well, I don't know if you can do that, girl. I don't know if that's right for you. I never seen you do that before. Well, what made you do that?" And they start asking all these different kind of questions. But you know, one question they don't ask: how can I help? How do you need me? What can I do to support you? That's also a key factor. That's how you know who's for you and who against you, or who's aligned with you and who's not aligned with you, right? Because somebody that's not aligned with you, not all the time are they against you. They're just not aligned with the same desire that you have. And so you have to figure out, okay, what space do they fit in my life? But at the end of the day, you don't need anyone's approval to be you. You don't need anyone's approval to reinvent yourself, to try to find the best version of yourself based on the changes that you've made, based on your upgrade of thought, your upgrade to your mindset, your upgrade to your capabilities, your experiences, because you will change. And ideally, we're all supposed to be changing, okay? You should be evolving. You know, every year you get older, right? You don't have to look older, you don't have to feel older, but you are 1 year older, where you get the opportunity to become more mature. You get to choose different things in different ways and how you dress, right? I think one key thing that has really changed with me is how I carry myself, you know. I still love being funny, goofy, different things like that, depending on the situation. But I was like, man, I have become a lot more reserved over time. And I think that becomes, you know, something that happens to some people, I guess, as they continue to mature in life. But some things that they ain't funny no more. And some are. Some things I take more seriously than I did back then. You know, you might say something to me, I might, you know, brush it off more. Now I might be like, nah, I don't really like that because I know where it's going. I know the results of what you said to me. And I know over time, if you keep saying things to me that's not healthy for me, that will affect me over time. So now I can foresee these things and I have foresight, right, as to what could happen when you're around the wrong people. So make sure that you're thinking about, hey, what's my runway? What's happening in my life, and how am I going to be better today than I was yesterday? 1% better each day, and continue to reinvent yourself. But don't make the mistake of allowing the other people from your past to hold you back from the new you, your new environment, your new blessings, your new world that you're creating, because that's your happy place. And at the end of the day, we all deserve to be happy. But you also must think, is the same thing that's going to make you happy today will make you happy 3, 5, 10 years from now. So while we all have a short-term plan, you also need to keep playing the long game. Because at the end of the day, whoever can play the long game wins the game of life. Love chatting with you guys today. Hopefully, I'm bringing value to you. If so, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We'd love to have you here at Mita James Network. Keep rocking out with Mita James, and hopefully, you have a blessed day and a blessed, awesome week. Peace.